Our Waukesha Bailey continuing to follow this ongoing story. She's live in Surfside for us with the very latest.
Yeah, well, Aaron, Mark, that press conference is still going on, and right as it's going on right now, as you can see, it is completely pouring down here, which does not make it easier for any of these rescuers out here, but they continue to keep pushing forward, and they say that they are making sure they're going to stay on task because they want to make sure that all victims are accounted for. Now, just to recap some of the notes that we heard today, we first heard from Governor Ron DeSantis, and he spoke very highly of the people who are working on the debris. He said that he met with those first responders, and he said once again that they are making sure that they're continuing with their search. Then we also heard from the mayor. She said as of right now, about 210 people are working on the debris, and they are working through this weather. They're taking 12-hour shifts, and she just wanted to acknowledge that they do not need any additional resources right now, that they have all the help that they need. Now, as you all just mentioned, there are no new fatalities that they have reported, and they have also been meeting with families daily and giving them an update as to how the search is making any progress. Now, the mayor also continued to say that they are moving forward with participating in a grand jury investigation, and all buildings must be up to code with inspections. Now, 4 balconies, she says, must be closed to the public in the Northeast Dade area following a building audit. Now, we're going to continue to follow this press conference, and we will have another live report for you this evening. Reporting from Surfside, Waukesha Bailey, WPBF 25 News.
Waukesha, thank you. Also breaking now at noon, President Joe Biden as well as First Lady Dr. Jill Biden will be traveling to Surfside. The president announcing just today they will travel to the site Thursday. Now, WPBF 25 News will bring you full coverage of the president's visit Thursday.
Overnight, Miami-Dade police also confirming the identities of 3 more victims. They are 50-year-old Michael Altman, 52-year-old Marcus Guara, and 55-year-old Frank Kleinman. 11 victims pulled from the rubble have now been identified.
Now, as crews work tirelessly to find these survivors, dozens of people gathered on the beach last night to remember the victims of the building collapse. At least 200 people came together on the beach to honor the victims and show their support for the families as well. Now, the organizers of the vigil, they passed out white roses and glow sticks, participants quietly praying and meditating in what became a space of healing.
And a reminder, if you or anyone you know is having trouble getting in contact with family, write this number down on your screen right now. This is the reunification line that families can call, 305-614-1819. And if your family members are accounted for, officials say they want to know that information as well. And as families wait for answers, those who survived the collapse are still in shock now 6 days later.
Well, Rafael Romo is in Surfside with the stories of 2 people who escaped.
The building collapse here in Surfside, Florida has been very hard for many people, not only because of those who have died and the ones that are still missing, but also because many people lost everything in an instant. Earlier, I spoke with a couple who narrowly escaped the collapse. Christopher Alfonso and Gray Alcantara say they were suddenly awakened by loud noises early Thursday morning. Then they heard a loud crash and had to run for their lives.
And it wasn't until I believe the first part started to collapse is when we woke up desperately and started to feel the building shake left to right for about 10-15 seconds.
So what was the first thing you noticed? Was that the shaking?
It was a big noise at first.
They told me that's when they decided to get out of the building, taking the emergency stairs and helping an elderly resident who was having trouble getting down. They finally managed to get to the garage, but the emergency exit was blocked by the debris and the whole place was very dark.
We were then literally in the wolf's mouth down there. We were trapped. And then he kept on looking and made a turn and found a crack on the wall.
And that's how they escaped, through that crack on the wall. Once outside, they recorded these images, some of the first taken after the collapse.
Amy, ay Dios mío, se acaba de caer el edificio, manita.
As you can hear, they were still very shocked after what they had gone through, and so were hundreds of people who had also managed to escape by running to the beach. Now they say they feel blessed for 2 reasons. First, they survived the collapse, and Alcantara's 9-year-old daughter happened to be sleeping elsewhere that night. Rafael Romo, CNN, Surfside, Florida.
I'm glad they're okay. Well, in Miami Beach, city commissioners met last night to extend the local state of emergency that's been connected to the collapse.
Let us not forget that at the end of the day, this will be a crime scene, and it is being treated as such, and it's being processed as such. So the evidence and the protection of the evidence is critical to the process.
The commission says the city of Miami Beach is prepared to help the families and the residents in Surfside. They say many of their facilities are already being used to help respond to the collapse. The city has also gone and canceled the 4th of July festivities both in North Beach and in South Beach.
And we'll continue to keep you updated on the very latest developments on the condo collapse on air and on WPBF.com and on our free app. If you'd like to help by making a donation, we've also listed on our website the different ways that you can do that safely. You can also find those resources on our free WPBF 25 News app. Download it now. All you have to do, open your phone's camera, point it right here at this QR code that you see on your screen, and it'll take you